here to do the presentation. Did she do okay tonight? All right. Andy Dempsey, ambassador. All right, here's the mic.
Okay, so, you know, when I first got out of school and got that first paycheck, I remember thinking I'd be making big girl money and I was going to be able to do whatever I wanted to do, and that just wasn't the case. And when we had our first child, Landon, and I would have to ask my mother-in-law for money every time we had to buy him shoes, that was uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable that I thought, okay, things are not going to look like this forever. We got started, jumped in. But an aha moment for me is that 7 years ago we started this crazy rap thing, and it was not necessarily easy. There were not systems in place, and people always say, but you got in at the right time. I can say with everything in me today that it is as good, if not better, of a time to be involved with this company today. And I know we have this amazing rap, but it's our people that make us different. And I'm so excited because I have people in the room today taking a big risk to come over to this company. They built a business with another company. And I know that people buy people, not product. And we have an amazing product, but this is where it's at. And this is the right time. So let me hear it again. It works. Boom!
Not on? Oh, yes, thank you, Cammie. Melody and Blair McFarland.
Hold on. You know what? These guys are an awesome place. You were the same kids that we were several years ago, learning from these same incredible people that are going to mentor into your life like they did ours. Okay? The dreams that we have, we're fulfilling them and realizing them. Guess what? You can do the very same thing. That's what's so powerful about it works. This company, you can do this. You can so do this. Okay? Let's go for it.
Mike was bringing us back behind the stage, and as we're going through that, I don't know, Rusty, you remember when we were at the very first conference in Grand Rapids, and Mark wouldn't let us come in the room. He didn't want us to see the size of the room, and he took us around the back, and we went behind the stage, and you remember we prayed and everything, we were so excited, and then Mark opened the door for us to come in and look at the room, and we were so blown away. We were so excited, and it was the biggest conference ever, and it was like 500 people. The round tables, and we were like, oh my gosh, look how big this is getting. Now look at it, and this is a boot camp. Woo!
All right. I've got Brandon Denise Walsh here. Who's first?
Able to take our goals and turn them into specific tasks that we do on a daily basis. So just encourage you, if you want to make $1,000 a month or $3,000, maybe that's a dime. How many distributors away from that are you? Is it 5? But then how many people do you have to talk to on a daily basis in order to do that? And make a checklist and go out there and do that each day, because that's the only way it's going to happen. So.
Thank you, Brandon and Denise. Kirsten Johnson, all the way from Canada.
Hey everyone, you know, I had teaching income so that I could stay home with my little boy and not go to work every day raising 30 other kids while somebody else raised my son. So what I did not take no for an answer. I worked day and night. I built this business, and I was able to walk into my principal's office and completely resign from teaching because I had made such an amazing income with this company. You gotta do what others won't so you can live the life that others won't, right? That they won't get to. So after that, we had this, we started making a good income, it didn't work, so I started seeing my husband was so incredibly unhappy in his job that he had. I thought, what if he could be at home with his son, taking him to baseball games and teaching him how to play sports? So I dreamed a little bigger. I decided I'm working harder. We were pregnant, we had our second son, and I literally kept working the day after he was born because I know that putting in that work is going to pay off, and it is going to be for the rest of our lives.
All right. When you're really cool, you just go by your first name. Name drop.
Wow, this is so cool. And I know there's so many brand new people here. One thing that I would say was something that I actually still to this day keep going over and over in my head is to just try again. Like today's a new day, I'm going to try again to complete my steps. When I kept it simple, I realized that that's how I flourished. When I taught my team, I realized that they flourished as well. We are in the right place, right time, right company. We've all said it a million times, and I 110% believe that this is just the beginning. And we are all so very lucky, so work as hard as you can.
Thank you, Major. We have Ashley and Danny Sinclair all the way from Lubbock, Texas.
Wow, there's so many people here. This is so amazing. And one thing I would encourage to end with is, guys, Mark and Pam have set this business up for success. They've set your wife, they've set you, whoever it is, up for success. And this is so easy to get in and do and get started. They set you up for success. So if it's you, if it's your wife, support them, go with them daily. Try it out for yourself. I did an expo here recently and did pretty well. I was excited. So go out and do it. It's a lot of fun. And just know that you're in the right place at the right time, like everyone else is saying. This is the place to be.
I just wanted to tell you guys, one of my aha moments has been from the very first distributor that I put in, I realized that I was helping build people's dreams. And that's your goal. And that should always, that's not your goal, it should be your goal. That from the very first distributor you put in, whether you've got one or you've got 500, you have their dreams, you have their why, and it's your responsibility too to help them and to teach them and to really sponsor them and pour in their lives. And I feel like if we do that, Cindy always reminds us, this business is so much bigger than any of us. And our job is not to simply get up to the top, but to bring as many people as we can with us. And so if that's always your goal, your dreams are going to get met, because your dreams are about building other people's dreams, and they're all connected. So.
My aha moment actually happened last month. Hit a major goal and realized it wasn't hitting the goal that was the aha moment. It was the feeling that came with it. And I remember that at each accomplishment, so when I started out executive and went to Ruby and had the goal of 300 and went to 3,000, with every single accomplishment, it was this stretching of myself, and it's scary and it's exciting and it freaks you out, and but then at the end of the day, it's so worth it. So stretch yourself because it's really worth it.
people or something there. 16? Okay. And so it's grew from that to this here now. And so my aha is to see every one of you at that diamond party this year.
All right, excellent. Good partners for a while.
They like hearing from you. I've been here for about 12 years. The first little meeting we had was 3 of us. Mark, Pam, and me was in the Fuddruckers in Raleigh, North Carolina. And look where we've come in 12 years. Something I want to ask you. If you're a guest with us tonight, you have what it takes to persevere. I'm going to ask you a question. Who owns your time? And do you currently feel secure in what you're doing? Because this is a story happening. It's very true. My father and I were best friends. He's my hero. This first and last December, he went to the hospital. He didn't leave. We didn't leave until January the 9th. My father died. And I can tell you this. When I walked into the hospital with him, I said, I won't leave you until you leave. I spent 37 consecutive days with him. Now, if something catastrophic happens in your family, do you have the wherewithal without jeopardizing your way of life to stay there when it counts, when somebody needs you, somebody that loves you, that you love? Do you have what it takes, or is your income and your way of life in jeopardy? You need to think about that, because nobody ever thinks it's going to happen to you. But I ain't woke up on an alarm clock in over 12 years. Thoracic surgeon walks in, he said, Rusty, you've been here for 25 days. Do I need to write you a note for work? I said, no, sir, I own my time. He said, son, nobody owns their time unless I beg to differ. You sold out to the provider. I didn't. I can sit here for 10 years, and Mark's got my back, and I get paid every month for a raise. So we walked out to the parking deck. The only time I left my father, it was the Sunday after Christmas, to give him a Success magazine to show him where we were, how he could own his time. It's 3 o'clock on Sunday morning. He's 63-year-old thoracic surgeon walked over to a Bentley and he puts it in their $500,000 car. I said, don't you see what they're doing here? They're trying to force you out at your age. And he struck a bell with it. Don't ever quit. Have that all-burning desire to succeed in here. Because this is about your kids. See, I get to spend every day with my kids. On Monday morning, I don't roll out. Unless he's got an advisory board meeting for us. But here's my aha moment. Before any of you have ever thought about it. The first man I showed this to, he told me no. But he's in the room tonight. Boom!